live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network is a violation of the law.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 Fifth Avenue, Grinnell.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage and graphics. We'll be your trusted partner throughout. Because signs do more than point the way. They help the world make sense.
We're helping build your dreams at the Proline Building Company. Quality that you can trust in every building we construct. Proline is the place to know. We're committed to helping your dreams grow. We're helping build your dreams at the Proline Building Company.
Life at the Mayflower community can be anything and everything you want it to be. From their first-class facilities featuring traditional apartments, patio homes, and the newly added water tower apartments for independent living, to the healthcare services including assisted living, healthcare center or rehab, complemented with food service options, exercise areas, administrative and nursing staff support, and the beautiful campus scenery. Visit today or give us a call and you will find out quickly that the Mayflower community is a place to call home.
From the middle school all the way up to the high school, through fundraising, membership drives, concession stand revenues at all the home events. There are many different ways you can get involved. One, through membership levels from a single, a family, even into the business. There are many attractive levels that you can be a part of this wonderful club. Your membership funds help support uniforms, warm-ups, summer speed camps, baseball and softball batting cages, and the list goes on. You want to be a part of a great group? Join the Grinnell Booster Club today.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
It's my happy place.
It's where we learn to be leaders.
It's where we get recognized.
It's why we're raising our family here.
And ours too.
It's our playground. It's our playground too.
It's where I can do this.
And I can do this.
And I can do this.
It's where I found my career path.
And mine as well.
Hey, and me too. It is home. Thanks, Matt. You're welcome.
This is where we belong.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyi'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate, because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real, and Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 5th Avenue, Grinnell.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage and we'll be your trusted partner throughout. Because signs do more than point the way. They help the world make sense.
We're helping build your dream. The Proline Building Company. Quality that you can trust in every building we construct. Proline is the place to know. We're committed to helping your dreams grow. We're helping build your dreams at the Proline Building Company.
Life at the Mayflower community can be anything and everything you want it to be. From their first-class facilities featuring traditional apartments, patio homes, and the newly added water tower apartments for independent living, to the healthcare services including assisted living, healthcare center, or rehab, complemented with food service options, exercise areas, administrative and nursing staff support, and the beautiful campus scenery. Visit today or give us a call, and you will find out quickly that the Mayflower community is a place to call home.
From the middle school all the way up to the high school, through fundraising, membership drives, concession stand revenues at all the home events. There are many different ways you can get involved. One, through membership levels from a single, a family, even into the business. There are many attractive levels that you can be a part of this wonderful club. Your membership funds help support uniforms, warm-ups, summer speed camps, baseball and softball batting cages, and the list goes on. You want to be a part of a great group? Join the Grinnell Booster Club today.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
It's my happy place.
It's where we learn to be leaders.
It's where we get recognized.
It's why we're raising our family here.
And ours too.
It's our playground. It's our playground too.
It's where I can do this.
And I can do this.
And I can do this.
It's where I found my career path.
And mine as well.
Hey, and me too. It is home. Thanks, Matt. You're welcome.
This is where we belong.
And a very pleasant good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to our spring sports schedule here on the Tiger Sports live stream network. Alongside Dan Walker, Director of Operations, I'm Chris Cheney. Glad to have you with us as we officially jump into our spring sports schedule, which is boys and girls soccer. And you can check out our broadcast schedule on our website, tigerslsn.com. And when you go there, you will see the boys' schedule. And now, if you take a look and look closely, you'll see the girls' schedule only has 2 games. The girls are having some problems, getting a team fielded, but that is still being worked out. So they're going to have a couple of co-ed games that the girls are going to play with also, and it's not just Grinnell. We understand it's also as part of the WAMAC conference. So as that details get sorted out and more games may or may not get added, if they do, of course, we will update that for you and let you know about it here on the Tiger Sports live stream network. So soccer, we move right on tonight. Jump right into WAMAC conference play. The Center Point-Urbana Storm and Pointers come down from northeast Iowa, and they already have a game under their belt. They played Linn-Mar. They lost to Linn-Mar 1-0 on Monday this week. Now our boys played in the Cedar Valley Metro Boys Jamboree on Monday, and of course no stats really kept in those. Just think of it as like a football or basketball scrimmage. Don't really worry about stats. Don't really worry about things. Just a chance to get out and compete against other teams. Center Point-Urbana Storm and Pointers are coached by head coach Curtis Cassidy. As I said, they are 0-1 on the season. No conference game. This is the first conference game for both schools. And they have a very senior-laden squad. They have 8 seniors on their squad, and we'll get those starting lineups as they get introduced. Grinnell Tiger Boys are coached by head coach Gage Grutz, former Grinnell High School prep here, and did his Grinnell High graduate. And we know Bo Blanche will be in goal. The captains this year are Jack Hoops and Jeff Seek. Couple of senior captains, and we are getting lined up here for the starting lineups, as we say. And soccer, just in case you're not familiar, they play 2 20-minute halves. It is continuous clock. They do have stoppage time, which is kept by the referee. The referees this year are in bright red. There's a head referee and then 2 assistant referees. And the 2 assistant referees, primarily his job, they will be at one end of the field and the other, down by the goalkeeper. Their primary job is to watch for offsides. And if that should come up later on, we will do our best to explain it to you. I think we have a pretty good explanation of offsides, and we'll pass that along to you. And now they have the starters being introduced, or actually the whole roster for CPU being introduced here. Again, we are on social media. I mentioned our website, tigerslsn.com. We're also on Facebook. We're on Twitter. And we are powered by YouTube. And if you'd like, you can either go to our website and see our broadcast, not only our live broadcast, but also any archive broadcast of any of the sports we've done. Those are on that website as well. And if you want to, you can go to YouTube. If you want to go through YouTube on your app on your TV or something, or other portable media device, you just go to YouTube, go to the search bar, type in Tiger Sports Livestream Network. We will pop up. And then if you would, we would appreciate it if you want to click that subscribe button. Then you will be notified every time we have a broadcast. When we're ready to hit the air, you will get a notification so you do not miss any of our broadcasts here. As we are year-round, we do football and volleyball in the fall, girls and boys basketball in the winter, as well as wrestling. In the spring here, we do girls and boys soccer. And then in the summer, of course, we'll have softball and baseball coming up as well. Not too bad a night tonight. It's 60 degrees. It is a bit windy. Wind pretty much out of the northwest, so it'll be blowing pretty much from left to right in your setup there as you're looking at things. So we'll see how that pans out. Otherwise, though, not too bad a night other than the wind affecting things. And they're going through the starting lineups now. We'll talk about, like I said, the rule changes. The goalkeepers wear the different colored jerseys. You see on the left there, number 1 for Grinnell in the gray, Bo Blanchard. He is the goalkeeper, is a junior goalkeeper. And for the Stormer Pointers, it's sophomore Tate Kresbach. He's in the blue and green striped jersey wearing number 0. And that is by design so that people can keep track of them and officials don't mistake them for somebody using their hands to pick up the ball, because goalkeepers can use their hands. Again, want to take a moment here before we get to the national anthem. Our fine sponsors who help make this possible. Actually, we're going to go ahead and pause now on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network for the playing of our national anthem. All right, our national anthem here at TT Cranny Field. Third year of it being the artificial sports prescription turf. Let's take a moment here to go through these sponsors. As we always do, many thanks and a tip of the hat to them for helping us out and making these broadcasts possible. They include Polly's Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company, Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Real Estate, Proline Building Company, Latitude Signage, Mayflower Homes, Grinnell Boosters, the We Are Grinnell Collective, and the Dairy Barn. Our scoreboard sponsor, as always, Kurtz Collision Center. Our quarter sponsor, Brett Nichols State Farm Insurance. And again, as we've had all season long, our business card sponsors, you see those in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. That's Grinnell Firestone and Turnkey Realty. So again, a big thank you, tip of the hat, to all those fine sponsors. And we are set for Walmack West Soccer. Grinnell Tigers hosting the Center Point-Urbana Stormin' Pointers. Chris, Junie, Dan Walker here with you on this Friday night, our first broadcast here, really for March 29th, not too bad a day. Again, pretty windy out there, but other than that, pretty good conditions, pretty good night for high school soccer. They are the Storm & Pointers is Center Point-Urbana. We'll probably just call them CPU. And they will begin play once the referee gives the signal. One of the assistant referees on the far side there talking to the ball chasers. Help speed the game up, make sure they're on the same page. And the head referee is out there in the center. And as soon as they blow the whistle, we will start. Actually, I played 2 40-minute halves. My apologies. And Center Point passes it in. Long try downfield, off a shoulder, and Center Point-Urbana in control. They're on the attack. Pass down in, kicked away by Grinnell, right to Bo Blanchard, scoops it up. Not a shot on goal because the Tigers deflected it to Blanchard. And Blanchard has a free kick. Out to midfield. Ball bounces, being chased around by Jeff Seek, one of the co-captains, along with Jack Hoops. Seek down in the corner, tries a centering pass, trying to get it over to Will Dalby Albright. There we go. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Center Point-Urbana on a throw-in, actually on a goal kick. One of the rules you want to see is if the ball goes out past the end zone, where the end line, where the goalpost is, then it's a goal kick. If it goes out on the side, it's either a throw-in or a corner kick, depending upon the official ruling. CPU, again, a long drive down, trying to hit one of their players. He's being shadowed. That's Gage Pierce, a senior, taken away by Grinnell. Tigers have control. Taken back by CPU. Jeff Seek in there. Now back to Aiden Hoops. Hoops kicks it. Deflects off a Tiger player out of bounds. CPU with a throw-in. Again, it's 2 40-minute halves. It is continuous clock, unless the officials stop it for an injury or anything they deem necessary. But if they don't usually stop it for that, they keep what they call stoppage time, and they will add that to the end. Tigers trying to clear. Seek with the ball. Tries to get it out ahead to Nolan McFarland. Off of him out of bounds. CPU with a throw-in. Taken down by McFarland. Out in the center to Dalby Albright. CPU will reset. Seek makes a try at it. Out here on the near side. Again, the head referee is in the middle. They're in the bright red shirts. The assistant referees are on either sideline. There's an attempted tackle by Grinnell. It does slow down the Stormer Pointer attack. Now a centering pass out to Jared Coppendryer. And check that, Gage Pierce. Pierce now with the ball. Being chased by Aiden Hoops. Pierce tried to get it out there. Didn't quite get all of it. Tigers back in control. Tigers couldn't control it, so the ball goes over to CPU. Quickly they get the throw in. They don't have to wait for the official to hand them the ball in soccer. If they get the ball, they kind of tell them where the spot is. If they're close enough, they can throw it in. And as rules come up, there's a nice steal by the Stormer Pointers. They are in control. Out and out of the middle to Shellhorn. Drew Shellhorn gets it taken away by Grinnell. Now Tigers are on the attack. Kicked away by CPU. That's Jared Coppendryer. Senior defender. As I said, 8 seniors on this CPU team for Coach Curtis Cassidy. Pierce now tries to get a pass down in the corner. Blanchard runs there, beats the defender to the ball, scoops it up with his hands, and stops that attack by CPU. 4 minutes gone here in our first half. No score between Grinnell and CPU. High school boys soccer on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Again, we're on the web, tigerslsn.com. Have our schedule there. Also archive games and information. And members of the Tiger Sports Livestream staff. Director of Operations Dan Walker, along with sports commentators. Tigers try to get the ball into an attack play there. McFarland couldn't quite control it. It goes across the end line. So it will be a goal kick for CPU. And again, as we said, it's a goal kick because the ball was touched by Grinnell. It went across the end zone line, out the back of the end zone. So CPU gets a goal kick. Ball down in CPU's end. Stormer Pointer's a little bit lackadaisical with it. Grinnell had a couple chances, couldn't quite control it. Now they have a long drive out on the attack, trying to get Pierce down there, headed away by Brody Pettig. Pierce goes in for the tackle on Torres, and they let him play. And again, in soccer, as we said last time, it is probably the most officials' judgment or judgment call heavy sport there is to officiate. Basically on a tackle is if you hit the ball first and in the official's determination you're actually going for the ball, any body contact is let go, no matter how extreme. So guys can really collide and really have a big collision, but if in the official's determination there's a whistle, violation on Grinnell, CPU will play it in. But if the official's determination that the player is going for the ball, they let it go. So you can imagine, open for quite a bit of interpretation. There's a nice shot, blocked away. Carpenter tried to get it down to Pierce, headed out of there by Grinnell. Now Tigers on the attack, trying to hit Hoops. Hoops now gives chase, but gets down to the goalie for CPU. Overcast sky here in Grinnell. Don't think there's any chance of rain. Maybe later on tonight. I checked the radar. I didn't see anything close by, but we all know this being Iowa, things can pop up in a hurry. And like most outdoor sports, they will play soccer in the rain. If it's lightning, that's another story. But if it's just raining, they will play. Ball kicked out of bounds by CPU while they reset their defense. Tigers will throw it in. Aiden Hoops now to throw it in. Aiden, a freshman defensive player. And now to Hoops. Hoops back to his brother. Now Sandquist down there in the attack. Ball gets loose for just a moment. Tigers have it. Now down in the corner to McFarland. He's trying to give chase and prevent it from going out of bounds. CPU defender right there. And CPU gets control. That's Dan Greif. Check that. Casey Kurtz on the defense. Tigers knock it away, and they will reset. Petty kicks it out in the middle to Torres. Torres weaving his way downfield, trying to find an opening. Now over to Hoops on the near side here. Back in the middle. There's an attack attempt. A little too far. Hoops to Hoops there. Couldn't quite make the connection. Jack trying to hit his younger brother Aiden. Goes across the end line. CPU gets a goal kick. 8 minutes gone by here in this first half. No score between Grinnell and Center Point-Urbana. Again, our schedule is on our website, tigerslsn.com. Also, we post things on Facebook and on Twitter. I guess now it's formerly known as X, formerly known as Twitter. There we go. You can tell how much social media I'm on. But it's out there, so be sure to check it out for schedules and archive broadcasts and much, much more. Tigers reset. Pass down here to McFarland. Good job controlling the ball. Back to Hoops. Now it's loose. CPU has it. Now there's a run out. Ooh. Gage Pierce a little too far ahead. Pass from his teammate Bradley Jones. Senior trying to hit senior there and just missed it. Tigers play it in. There's a pass stolen away by Pierce. Down in the corner, Jones giving chase. Fights Hoops for it, goes across the end line. And let's see, what did they determine here? I believe it's going to be a corner kick for Center Point-Urbana. So again, that's down in Grinnell's end because they went off across the end line, out past the end zone, and Grinnell touched it. And CPU's offensive end is now a corner kick. It's always interesting to see how schools line up and what formations they use for corner kicks. Now players go in motion. There's the pass, centered in. Oh, try to wedge it in there. Good block. Shot on goal is blocked. Pierce had a shot at it. Took a shot but kicked away. I couldn't see the number. It looked like number maybe 23. Cantillo or Pettig was down there. Nonetheless, good defense by the Tigers. Stops that CPU attack. So that's a shot on goal. Denied by Grinnell. Pettig out in the middle to Hoops. Hoops on the near side. Playing it up was Sandquist. Had it knocked away. Taken back by CPU. CPU on the tack. And back and forth we go. Out of bounds off CPU should be a Grinnell throw, and it is. The assistant referee on the far side there. Again, their primary job is to watch for offside and handle those type of things. Out of bounds to signal whose ball it will be. Tigers trying to work it. McFarland had a break, but well defended by CPU. Back there is 13, Isaac Larson, a senior. Now the ball gets down in the corner, being chased by McFarland. And Jarrett Coppendreyer chases it out. And it will be ruled off Grinnell, so a goal kick for CPU. Again, CPU, this is their second game this week. They played on Monday. They lost to Linn-Mar Marion 1-0 on Monday. Tigers did get some play in. They played in the Cedar Valley Metro Boys Jamboree on Monday this week. And like most jamboree/scrimmages practice, there is no score nor stats kept. McFarland that time tried to get a kick around, just got underneath it. You saw it sail over the goalpost. Goal kick coming in for the Stormer Pointers. Not a shot on goal because it was wide and high. Just the one shot on goal by CPU off that corner kick. Defended nicely by Grinnell. There's a pass stolen by the Tigers down in the end. Tiger player takes a tumble and they call a foul on CPU. Good sportsmanship there by the Stormer Pointer. He goes up and asks the Tiger player if he's okay. That's always good to see. And Tigers have a free kick here. Interesting formation by Grinnell. Kind of spread out across in front of the goal. Ball laced up and deflected out by CPU. That will be a corner kick for Grinnell. Jack Hoops to do the honors in the far corner there. Again, our quarter sponsor, Brett Nichols, State Farm Insurance. Big supporter of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network and big Grinnell Tiger booster. Along with all of our other sponsors. There's a kick by Hoops. Goes over everybody. Cross inline, goal kick for CPU. Again, our scoreboard sponsor is Kurtz Collision Center. Those business card sponsors you see in the upper right-hand corner, Grinnell Firestone and Turnkey Realty. In addition to Polly Ice Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company, Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Real Estate, Proline Building Company, Latitude Signage, Mayflower Homes, Grinnell Boosters, We Are Grinnell Collective, and the Dairy Barn. Pass now overtaken by Grinnell, trying to mount the attack. Back to the center to Hoops. Tries to get it back to McFarland, but knocked away by CPU. Stormer Pointers with control. Over here on the near side. Ball jostled around. Tigers get control back. Tiger will play back down to Zach Castro. Castro kicked away by CPU, which you see a lot of teams do that. Oh, they said it was a CPU throw-in. All right, I thought CPU kicked it, but we have a sub coming in now for the Stormer Pointers. Number 9, Jensen Thornton, a freshman coming in, replacing number 6, Dan Greif, senior, for Coach Curtis Cassidy. Long throw and headed down by Grinnell. CPU with control. They'll go back and reset just a bit. Try to find a side here to attack. Over now to Larson. Larson being chased. Oh, ball gets loose for just a moment. Nice play that time. Had that Tiger defender, Brody Pettig, not kicked that away, CPU would have had a breakaway goal. Ball knocked down, control. Nice kick out again by Pettig. Senior defenseman for the Tigers. CPU on the attack. Centering pass was whiffed on. There's a shot on goal and gets bobbled by Blanchard, but he does knock it down. That ball had kind of a funny spin on it. Couldn't tell if it fooled Blanchard or not, but he got enough of it and then controlled it. And if you're wondering, until the goalie has control, players can reach in with their feet and make a play on the ball. Long pass down, controlled by CPU, kicked away by their goalie, Tate Kresbach. Now Hoops on the attack, on the near side to his brother Aiden. Aiden back to McFarland. Back to McFarland, back to Jack Hoops. Jack circling one of the two co-captains out in the middle. Shot on goal that time. Didn't quite get all of it. That time was Braden Graff. He lined it up. And just like sometimes in golf shots, you hit it just a little bit. Couldn't quite get enough velocity on it. Easy save for Kresbach, but that does count as a shot on goal. Good save that time by Aiden Hoops, the freshman player. Beer's trying to get that. We have a foul on Grinnell. CPU to play it in. 16 minutes gone here in the first half. No score between Grinnell and Center Point-Urbana. High school boys soccer on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Again, our schedule is on our website, tigerslsn.com. Check that out for schedules, archive games. You can also watch the live stream of live events there and much, much more. CPU now the shot on goal just over the outstretched arm of Blanchard. Just sailed it wide and high. CPU player puts his hands on his head. Couldn't see who that was on the far side there, but great shot attempt. Sub coming in, Ben Scholes, a sophomore, checking in for CPU, replacing Brady Jones, another senior, as coach Curtis Cassidy shuffles his troops in and out. Tigers will play it in. Hoops just clears it up to near midfield, taken back by CPU. Tigers with a throw in. McFarland gets it in now to Seek. And I didn't see, looks like it's going to be a Tiger throw in. Jack Hoops doing the honors. Gets it into Aiden Hoops, his brother. Jack lost it, trying to get it back and away from Ben Scholes, and Jack does. Now the ball is loose again, taken back by Grinnell. McFarland with it, or Seek with it. Try to get it down to McFarland in the corner, knocked away by CPU. Pointers try to clear. Pass ahead goes out of bounds. It'll be a Tiger throw-in. Long throw-in down, trying to hit Jeff Seek. He does have control. Seek now trying to get it centered off a CPU player and controlled by the Stormer Pointers. And that time Seek just kicks it out of the end zone. It will be a goal kick for CPU. Tigers getting set to put a sub in here. Alan Rodriguez, a junior forward, getting set to check in at the next opportunity. Pass a little too far out in front, goes out of bounds. Tigers will have a throw-in their own end. And the Grinnell Tiger attacking third. As was explained to me now, Alon Rodriguez checking in, replacing Will Dalby Albright, senior, on this Tiger team. Alon Rodriguez checking in. Tigers play it in. Kicked away by CPU. McFarland has it. Try to get it down to Seek in the corner. Action taking place on the far side. A drop pass for McFarland. Now to Hoops. Tries to get it centered. And it gets squared around. Knocked away nicely by CPU. And they clear. Good shot on goal. Good velocity. There's a steal by Grinnell back to Hoops. Hoops had it for a moment. Lost it back to CPU. Tigers will go back and reset. Kick it back out to Pettig. Or to Torres. And they will reset their offensive attack. Now CPU has a Gage Pierce on a run out. And Blanchard dives. Ball still loose. And CPU has it. And do they keep it in? Yes, they do. Player gets knocked down. We play on. Blanchard there dove for it. Got the ball loose but couldn't control it. It was loose for a moment. CPU picked it up. By the time they got there, the defense was back. So they had to reset. Now Scholes in the middle to Pierce. Back to Scholes, a little wide. Nicely defended by the Tigers. Back out to Larson. In the middle to Coppendreyer as the CPU point, Stormer Pointers reset. We do have a sub here, I believe, wanting to come in. The head referee is looking. And the Tigers play it in. Nice defense by Coppendreyer that time, the senior defenseman for the Stormer Pointers. Attack pass knocked down by Grinnell. Here come the Tigers. Hoops now on the attack on this near side. Senior co-captain looking things over. Tries to float a pass in the middle to, couldn't see who that was, but then McFarland tried a long goal kick. Easy save for Tate Kresbach. And he will have a goal kick. Knocked down by Jensen Thornton for CPU. And what do we have here? A whistle and a foul on CPU. A little over halfway through this first half. No score between Grinnell and Center Point-Urbana. Grinnell Tiger Sports Livestream Network, high school boys soccer, two WAMAC conference teams, WAMAC West, facing off here on a Friday night. Ball played down into the Tiger end, controlled by Stormer Pointers for a moment. Ball is loose, being chased down, and who wins it? Tigers win it for the moment. Now Grinnell will reset, try to get an attack going. Bumped off the ball was McFarland. Good aggressive play by Thornton there. Ball gets loose down into the end zone, and let's see which way they wave it. They're going to signal, I believe it's a goal kick as subs come in. 6 and 11 for CPU. That is Dan Greif and Bradley Jones checking back in. Replacing Drew Shellhorn and Jared Bosenberg for Coach Curtis Cassidy. Tigers have yet to sub in this game. There's a pass in the middle to Hoops. Had it for a moment, but just could not quite get control to get a good leg kick on it. Tigers will throw it in. Aiden Hoops to McFarland, trying to get it down to Jack Hoops, kicked away by CPU. Torres heads it back. Drake Keenan over there, defenseman for the Tigers as well. CPU now with control. Here come the Stormer Pointers on the attack. Everybody's offside. Nice play by Torres. Knocked the centering pass down. Couldn't tell if that was his head, his shoulder, or what, but he stood right in front of it, took the shot, and CPU will throw it in. You can use any part of your body but your hands, even if it's inadvertent. If the ball jumps up and hits your hand accidentally, it's still a hand call, and the other team gets the ball. But if it hits your shoulder, your knee, your chest, your head, whatever, face, that's legal. Not to mention maybe painful, but still a legal play in soccer. CPU now kicks it back into their own end to reset their offense. Tigers had it for a moment, taken back by CPU. Dan Greif, the senior, has been busy, number 6 there, here on the near side. Trying to set it up. Larson gets the pass to Greif. Greif now in the middle to Pierce. Torres there, right on Pierce to knock him down and stop that attack. Good job again by the Tiger defense. You can see CPU is trying to get it to Gage Pierce, their senior forward. And the Stormer Pointers throw it in. Pedig has it down in the middle now, kicked out by Grinnell. On the far side, off CPU, should be a Tiger throwing in, and it is. "25 minutes gone by, a little over. 14:25 left to go, as you see on the Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. No score between Grinnell and Center Point-Urbana. Looks like that will be a goal kick for CPU. Dangerous centering pass there. Nobody was home for either team. Ball was loose for a moment. Now CPU with the control. Scholes controls it, kicks it out of bounds, and taken by Grinnell. Now in the center of the field, CPU trying to get control. Tigers really picking up their energy here these last few minutes in the center. We've stayed down in the Tiger end here for quite a while. The Tiger attack, and now we have subs coming in. Owen Blankenfeld, a freshman, coming in for Grinnell, replacing number 18, Isaac Sandquist. Also, CPU had a sub in there. And ball goes out of bounds. Tigers can't control it. CPU with a throw in. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday, April 2nd. A doubleheader. There will be a girl-boy doubleheader on this. Oh, nice play. Here's a chance for the Stormer Pointers across the field. Knocked down by Bo Blanchard. Point-blank shot. The CPU player hit it just a little bit. Didn't get the velocity on it I'm sure they wanted. But Blanchard guessed right, knocks it down, and corrals it to stop that attack. Again, great play by the Tiger defense and Bo Blanchard. Ball poked away by Grinnell, and Tigers have control here on the near side. They play it back to reset their offense. McFarland tried to get it over to, rather Braden Graff tried to get it over to Nolan McFarland. Goes out of bounds, CPU with a throw in. Pass up in the air, headed out by Pedig. CPU player there, weaving his way through, still has the ball. Stormer Pointers on the attack, kicked out of there nicely by Grinnell, but right back to the middle of the field. Tigers looking to clear, don't quite get it far enough. CPU still on the attack in the Tiger end. Now the ball's kicked out and cleared out and headed out by Grinnell. Stormer Pointers kick it right back in. Aiden Rodriguez this time has the ball over now to Hoops. Hoops to his brother Aiden. Jack back to Aiden. In the center to Blankenfeld. He's checked out of there by Dan Greif. Nice play by the senior defenseman for the CPU Pointers. Official puts their arms out, waves it off. Let's see. At first he was like, he put his arms out like he's going to let it go. But then he blows a whistle and calls a foul on CPU. All right. Again, as we said earlier, it's one of the most officials judgment call sports that you can officiate. Tigers unable to control it down there in the corner on the near side. McFarland couldn't quite get it. CPU with a throw in. Coming up on 10 minutes left to go here this first half. No score, as you see on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Ball goes off CPU out of bounds. Tigers have a throw in. Aiden Hoops trying to get it down there to Jeff Seek. Chested out by CPU. It will be Tiger throw in down there in the far corner. Because it went out on the sideline, it's a throw in. Had it gone across the end line, off of CPU, would have been a corner kick for Grinnell. Each team had one corner kick. Hoops with a big long throw to the middle, headed up by Grinnell. Ball down loose and kicked out of there by CPU. Tigers kick it back over. Drake Keenan being chased by a CPU defender. A little bump and a pushing, and then a shove down. Official with the right call. Open head shove in the back. I don't know of a sport that they have that you can put two hands on somebody and shove. Maybe football. Maybe wrestling. Dan Walker, our director of operations, has a good point. You can do anything you want as long as you don't get caught at it. Valid point. Our basketball coaches say it's not a foul if it doesn't get called. Boy, that ball kind of bounced loose, kind of funky. We have subs coming in. Ruled off Grinnell, so it'll be a goal kick for CPU. That thing had some spin on it and fooled some players because I think they thought it was going to go a lot wider than it did. It did bounce and ended up going wide, but not nearly as much as the CPU players thought. Tigers really aggressive down here, swarming in their own end. Now the ball's cleared out. Torres heads it right back to Hoops, but stepped in front by CPU. Stormer Pointers on the attack. Now they have Bosenberg. Chased down by Torres. He cuts him off across to Pierce. Knocked down by Blanchard and save again. Gage Pierce had a point-blank shot. He slaps the ground in frustration. He slipped when he went to make his kick. Couldn't get the velocity on it. Another save by Blanchard. Wow. Headed out of there by CPU. Now they clear it back, and the wind's just, you see the wind grab that thing. That ends up over by the bleachers. Tigers will have the throw in. Couple of subs in. Tyler Kostow checking in for Grinnell. Also number 11, Zach Castro, replacing Nolan McFarland and Aiden Hoops. Just over 7 minutes left to go here, first half. No score between Grinnell and CPU. Our first spring sports broadcast of the year. After about a 6-week layoff from the end of February, we wrapped up the basketball season. Foul on Grinnell. CPU will have a free kick at about the 32-yard line. Everybody lines up down. With that wind blowing at him, he's going to have to give it a good boot. He does. Ball goes up in the air, headed up. Blanchard tries to grab it, and down and loose. And kicked away by CPU, but controlled by Grinnell. Off the back of a CPU player, the Stormer Pointers have control. Knocked down nicely by the Tigers. Throw in coming for CPU. Centering pass right to Blanchard. Try to spin it in there. Again, that wind just knocks down that velocity, as when you shoot at the Tiger goal, and they will flip ends in the second half, but the wind is basically blowing in the face from left to right. Ball loose for a moment, back to Blanchard. He boots it out to the side, up here to Jeff Seek. Or check that. That's Tyler Kostow in there. CPU kicks it up, trying to get a play going. Headed out of there by Jack Hoops. Tigers on the attack. Here comes Hoops. Had the ball momentarily. Tries to weave through two defenders. Couldn't quite get through. CPU tries to clear, taken back by Grinnell. Now ball is loose, knocked down. Tigers have it. Castro here on the near side to Blankenfeld. He tries a shot, headed out of there by CPU. CPU player just mishit the ball, and they said it went off of him. All right. The Grinnell touched it. CPU didn't think so. He was ready to play defense, but they signal throw in for the Stormer Pointers. So here we go. Again, that throw in goes awry, out of bounds, off CPU. Tigers with a throw in. Just over 5 minutes left to go here in this first half. Now the official directing the throw in down, further down. All right, now Tigers will throw it in. And we had a foul on Grinnell that time. A little too much hands and shoving by one of the Tigers there, deemed a foul. So CPU with a free kick. Sun was somewhat out a little bit earlier when we started this. Now here we are about a half hour or so into it, and it is pretty much solidly overcast here in Grinnell. And if anything, that wind has picked up a little bit. You see the strips of cloth at the top of the goalpost. They were flapping around. Now they're standing straight out. There's a pass down in the corner here. Grinnell has it. Castro in the corner centers it back to Hoops. Hoops with it. Puts a shot up. Trying to get it back in there behind to one of his teammates. Tate Kresbach, the sophomore keeper, scoops it up and stops that Tiger attack. Again, we don't know how much stoppage time, if any. That's kept by the head referee out there in the middle of the field. The officials this year in the bright red jerseys. Ball being played a lot in the middle third of the field. Soccer fields are divided into thirds. There's the attacking third, middle third, and then the defensive third, depending upon which way you're going. Tigers had a break out there for a moment. Aiden Rodriguez. Check that. Aiden Rodriguez had a breakout, but knocked out of there by CPU. Tigers with a throw-in on the far side. Jack Hoops to do the honors for Grinnell. Hoops trying to direct traffic. Now throws the ball up high, headed up by CPU. Right back at you, they say. So Tigers will throw it in again. Eight broadcasts scheduled for the spring sports season of boys and girls soccer. Again, you go to our website, tigerslsn.com. You will see that broadcast schedule, along with other information, archive games, and a link to the live stream if you so desire. You can also catch our live stream on YouTube. Go to YouTube, type in Tiger Sports Live Stream Network into the search bar. When it comes up, you'll have a chance to hit that like button. We would appreciate that. Also, you have a chance to hit that subscribe button. And if you do that, you will be given a notification every time the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network is set to go live with a broadcast. Hoops down the far side, tries to dance past a CPU defender, cleared out by the Stormer Pointers. Chased down by Castro. Back out now to Costow. Costow tried to hit Hoops. He's being shadowed by Drew Shellhorn. Just like the Tigers really shadowed Gage Pierce for the Stormer Pointers. The CPU Stormer Pointers really keep a shade and keep a close watch on Jack Hoops. Out of bounds, off CPU. Tigers with a throw-in as we're over just 1 minute left to go here, first half. No score, as you see on our Kurtz Collision Center scoreboard. Again, our period sponsor. I said quarter earlier, it's 2 periods. Brett Nichols, State Farm Insurance. 2 of the many fine sponsors that help us out and help us make these broadcasts possible. You see our Business card sponsors there in the upper right-hand corner, Grinnell Firestone and Turnkey Realty. "40 seconds left. CP trying to mount one last attack. Ball gets past them. Torres has it for the Grinnell Tigers. Knocked loose off of Torres. So this stays CPU ball with 30 seconds left here. Storm Points with a chance to maybe mount something here. Torres chases it down. Tiger defense has been outstanding for a first game of the year. First official game. As I said, we're in a basically a jamboree on Monday this week. 9 seconds left. Let's read those sponsors real quick. As you see, they've been halftime, but we have Poly Ice Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company, Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Real Estate, Proline Building Company, Latitude Signage, Mayflower Homes, Grinnell Boosters, We Are Grinnell Collective, and the Dairy Barn, and that will do it for the first half. 3 shots on goal for CPU, 2 for Grinnell, no score on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyi'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate, because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real, and Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 5th Avenue, Grinnell.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage and we'll be your trusted partner throughout. Because signs do more than point the way. They help the world make sense.
We're helping build your dreams at the Proline Building Company. Quality that you can trust in every building we construct. Proline is the place to know. We're committed to helping your dreams grow. We're helping build your dreams at the Proline Building Company.
Life at the Mayflower community can be anything and everything you want it to be. From their first-class facilities featuring traditional apartments, patio homes, and the newly added water tower apartments for independent living, to the healthcare services including assisted living, healthcare center or rehab, complemented with food service options, exercise areas, administrative and nursing staff support, and the beautiful campus scenery. Visit today or give us a call and you will find out quickly that the Mayflower community is a place to call home.
from the middle school all the way up to the high school through fundraising, membership, drives, concession stand revenues at all the home events. There are many different ways you can get involved. One, through membership levels from a single, a family, even into the business. There are many attractive levels that you can be a part of this wonderful club. Your membership funds help support uniforms, warm-ups, summer speed camps, baseball and softball batting cages, and the list goes on. You want to be a part of a great group? Join the Grinnell Booster Club today.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
It's my happy place.
It's where we learn to be leaders.
It's where we get recognized.
It's why we're raising our family here.
And ours too.
It's our playground. It's our playground too.
It's where I can do this.
And I can do this.
And I can do this.
It's where I found my career path.
And mine as well.
Hey, and me too. It is home. Thanks, Matt. You're welcome.
This is where we belong.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollei, third generation owner of Polley's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polleisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polley's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
At Ramsey Weeks, it's the synergy of insurance and real estate that makes our local office vibrant. At Ramsey Weeks, our success depends on yours in buying or selling property, in insuring your car, home, farm, or business. In your time of need, our success depends on yours. Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Ramsey Weeks Real Estate, 715 5th Avenue, Grinnell.
This is a story about signs. It's also a story about people's experiences. The humble sign. They are everywhere. But signs are more than just a plaque on the wall, an arrow, or letters on a building exterior. Signs help you leave a legacy or start a new chapter in life. All those signs have to start somewhere, and that's where we come in. We're your trusted partner in everything signage, and we'll be your trusted partner throughout. Because signs do more than point the way. They help the world make sense.
Life at the Mayflower community can be anything and everything you want it to be. From their first-class facilities featuring traditional apartments, patio homes, and the newly added water tower apartments for independent living, to the healthcare services including assisted living, healthcare center or rehab, complemented with food service options, exercise areas, administrative and nursing staff support, and the beautiful campus scenery. Visit today or give us a call and you will find out quickly that the Mayflower community is a place to call home.
Set to start the second half of high school boys soccer, Grinnell and Center Point-Urbana. Here on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network with Dan Walker, I'm Chris Juni. Glad to have you with us here on this Friday night. As we said, they have now switched ends. Tigers will be going from right to left, CPU left to right. And they blew the whistle, everybody moved. Now Tigers play it in, and here we go. Second half is underway. For our fine sponsors, who you saw a good chunk of them at halftime: Polly Ice Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company, Ramsey Weeks Insurance and Real Estate, Proline Building Company, Latitude Signage, Mayflower Homes, Grinnell Boosters, We Are Grinnell Collective, and the Dairy Barn. Our second half, our second period, brought to us by Brett Nickel State Farm. Our scoreboard sponsor is Kurtz Collision Center. And our business card sponsors, you see those in the upper right-hand corner of your screen: Grinnell Firestone and Turnkey Realty, all proud supporters and sponsors of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Our website is tigerslsn.com. Check that out for archived game footage, broadcast schedules, and the like. We're also on YouTube. The ball gets knocked loose for just a moment. Tigers giving chase with CPU in control. To find us, go to YouTube. In the search bar at the top, type in Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Entry pass headed out of there by Torres, nicely done. Misplayed by CPU. And Tigers will play it in. But you go to YouTube, type in Tiger Sports Livestream, you'll come to our page. If you hit the subscribe button and the like button, first of all, we would appreciate that. Second of all, when you hit that subscribe button, you will get a notification every time we are set to take the air live, or take the internet live, the stream live on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Again, Tiger defenseman solid Brody Pettig stops that Storm and Pointer attack, kicks the ball away, and CP will have a throw in. No score between Grinnell and Center Point-Urbana. Center Point High School is in Urbana, Iowa, about an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes north and east of here, north of Cedar Rapids. Oh, big collision there. And let's see, Jeff Seek and Will Cardo. Seek was trying to jump the tackle, ended up slamming into Cardo. Let's see, are we going to get a yellow card here? Captain Jack Hoops talking to the head referee, explaining it. And he held up a yellow card, I think. I couldn't see if it was in a hold or what. He held something. Now he's going to go talk to the assistant referee, Jeff Blanchard, there on the far side to discuss it. I don't think it was anything intentional. I think he thought he was going to be tackled, so he went to jump over it, and the defender didn't tackle, so he ended up hitting him in the chest and head area. So they've had a discussion. And waiting for the official decision here. I'm not sure what he has in his hands that he keeps looking at, but I don't know if that's a little camera that they can take a look at and review. Okay, he was writing something down. Now he's going to go back over and talk to the assistant referee. And now they're going to come up and talk to Will Cardo, who was involved in that, and he is going to get a yellow card. All right. Again, very much a judgment call officiating type of game. There are rules, but a lot of it's judgmental, and in that case, It was a violent collision, and there was a penalty that elevated it to a yellow card. Basically, it means that what you did was not right. You could have caused an injury, so we're going to just remind you of that. So Cardo checks out. Or Zach Castro checks out, rather. For the Tigers, there's another play. Hoops collides with Brody Barons. And here comes CPU on the attack. Down in the corner now to Bosenberg. Bosenberg tries to center up over, headed up by CPU. Gage Pierce tries to kick it, and he is tackled down. And let's see. Another stoppage of play and another yellow card for Grinnell. Oh, CPU got the yellow card. Okay. So that's Gage Pierce has to come out. And Ben Scholes will replace him. Pierce, a senior forward, he was trying to do the bicycle kick, and our director of operations, Dan Walker, said he kicked the Grinnell player in the head or got up by the head, which again is a dangerous type play. I think that's the reason why they pull out the yellow card. They know it wasn't intentional, but just telling them that that's a dangerous play, like in wrestling. You know, you can't do certain holds for fear of injury. And it's kind of the same principle here in soccer. As they're still having discussion on the far side. But he already pulled the yellow card. I'm not sure what they're discussing now. Again, clock is stopped during this. So there will be no stoppage time added. Just like we had no stoppage time in the first half. But already here we're about 2.5 minutes in. We've had 2 yellow cards and one more stoppage. So pretty active second half here. And the official's writing things down. Getting all the details for his post-game report, I'm assuming, that he has to file with the Boys Athletic Union. About ready for the whistle, and here we go. Tigers with a goal kick. Headed out of there by CPU and controlled by the Storm and Pointers. Down in the corner now goes Scholes. Scholes giving chase. Does keep it in. No, they rule that it was out of bounds. It'll be a Tiger throw-in. Scholes thought he had it. They kept playing, but then the whistle blew again. Tigers get the throw-in. Action there on the far side. Hoops now trying to get it away. 3 CPU defenders around there. Now back down on the near side of Torres. Torres tries to boot it up to Castro. Off his CPU out of bounds. And Tigers will throw it in. Braden Graff to do the honors. Graff gets it in now to Seek. Ball kicked away by CPU. Controlled by Grinnell on the throw-in. Again, our next broadcast is Tuesday, April 2nd. That will be a girl-boy doubleheader as the Tigers host West Delaware here at TT Cranny Field. Girls game at 5 o'clock. Boys game to follow Tuesday night right here on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Again, our website, tigerslsn.com. You can check out our schedule. We mentioned at the top that there's only 2 girls games. That's because some girls in the teams in the Walmack Conference District are having trouble fielding teams. So as they try to get those sorted out and maybe other schools get back online and on board with the girls team, we will update that schedule as it needs to be. Tigers trying to go on the attack. Hoops had it for a moment. Kicked away by Pedig. Tigers will reset their defense. Checking in for CPU, number 11, Bradley Jones, a senior. For head coach Curtis Cassidy. Replacing number 20, Kyler Thomas. Again, CPU played a game on Monday. They lost to Linn-Mar Marion 1-0 on Monday. Tigers have not played an official game, as we said. They have played in the Cedar Valley Metro Boys Jamboree on Monday. Played a bunch of different schools. It's like a basketball jamboree or a football scrimmage. They don't keep any stats or anything like that or worry about score. They just get a chance to compete. Tigers trying to get control here. Castro cut off nicely by the defender. That's Jared Bosenberg. Now Hoops on the attack. Check that. That is number 13, Drake Keenan. Ball goes down in the corner. Torres has it. Now out to Seek, co-captain. Now in the middle to Hoops. Tigers on the attack. Hoops gets it ahead down in the corner to McFarland. McFarland back to Hoops. Tigers finally get out of the CPU, and long kick by Hoops. Headed out of there nicely by CPU. Back to the middle. McFarland had a shot at it. Or check that. Jeff Seek had a shot at it, just could not get the leverage on it. And the kick goes wide right. Be a goal kick for CPU. Again, only 5 shots on goal between the two teams, and that all in the first half. 3 by CPU, 2 by Grinnell. And obviously with no score, no goals. CPU working to clear. Kept in by Grinnell. On the far side, McFarland has it kicked away by CPU, but Hoops gets it back for Grinnell. Hoops circling around. Spins, gets away from the defender, and goes out of bounds. It will be a CPU throw-in. Two games next week on our schedule. We said April 2nd, Tuesday, we host West Delaware for a girl-boy doubleheader. Then on April 5th will be a boys game as the Tigers host Vinton-Schellsburg here at TT Cranny Field. 5 o'clock start for the single game. Well, all games will start at 5 o'clock, and then if we have a second game of a doubleheader, that will start around 7 o'clock or so. Okay. Yeah, I've just been told by Dan Walker that game on Friday, April 5th, it shows that on our schedule we have to get that updated. But just today we got the notice that that Vinton-Schellsburg game is actually not going to be played up in Vinton at their high school. So we will update that schedule for you. So just the one game next week, Tuesday, April 2nd, Tigers host West Delaware for a girl-boy doubleheader on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network starting at 5 o'clock. Ball being kicked around here in the middle of the field. CPU trying to get something going. Kicked down, knocked away by Seek. Check that. That was Drake Keenan. CPU has it now on the attack. Keenan knocks it away. Back to Pedig. Pedig trying to get up to McFarland. Intercepted by CPU. Here come the Stormer Pointers. Nice sliding tackle by Grinnell. Kicks the ball away. That was Aiden Hoops on that tackle. CPU will have a throw-in. Again, as you notice, once the player gets the ball, they do not have to hand it to an official like they do. Here's a ball being chased down there and knocked away. Let's see what we got. Got a foul on CPU. Keenan cut right in front of the approaching Center Point-Urbana player. Number 14, Jared Bosenberg. Bosenberg couldn't stop, knocked him down, so they called the foul on CPU. Goal kick for Grinnell. Boy, you see the wind just grab that ball and knock it down. It gets about to the 30-yard line and just knocked down. Tigers now on the attack. Dalby Albright trying to get it worked around. Taken back by CPU. Now Castro in the play. Let's see which way we going. We are going Grinnell on the throw-in. Tigers quickly get it in. Ball gets loose. Cleared out of there by CPU. Booted up, and Hoops tried to save it, could not. And let's see, well, we have a whistle. All right, they called a violation on CPU, so it'll be a Tiger free kick right there. Hoops gets it up in the air. Headed in by McFarland, but easy scoop for the CPU goalkeeper, Tate Kresbach, sophomore keeper. Ball headed out of there. Uh-oh. Headed backwards now. Torres giving chase. So is CPU. Torres has it, and Blanchard just covers it up. Nice job by Torres to run interference on that CPU player. And so that attack is thwarted again. Tiger defense tonight has been just outstanding. And so, for that matter, has CPU. Tough to get things going for either team. Not that there haven't been chances. They've just been few and far between. As I said, only 5 shots on goal in the games, all those in the first half thus far. A lot of game left, though. Just over 10 minutes gone by here in the second half. 2 40-minute halves of continuous action. And they will stop it if they deem it necessary, like they did at the start of this one. CPU now down in the box. There's a shot. Winding up for a shot. See if they can get it free. Tiger defense swarming. There's a shot back. The centering pass goes across. It goes out. It will be a goal kick for Grinnell. Subs coming in now for the Tigers. Number 10, Jeff Seek, the captain, checking in. Replacing number 11, Zach Castro. March Madness continues tonight with the second half of the Sweet 16 games. My bracket officially was busted after last Friday night's games. And the Elite 8 games are tomorrow and Sunday. Tigers cleared out to midfield, headed back by CPU. Tried to mount the attack. That wind is playing havoc. As we said, it has picked up from when we started the broadcast. Any balls up in the air just get tossed around by the wind, for sure. There's a pass down the middle to Dalby Albright. Shouldered out by CPU. Taken down and cleared by CPU. Brody Pettit giving chase. Pettit launches it up in the air. Hoops plays it right off his chest. Gets bumped and knocked down. Let's see. They call a foul on CPU. CPU player kind of looked at the official, gave a shrug like if this were basketball and Bill Rafferty might say a little bit of a nickel and dimer, but they called the foul and Tigers played it in. Neither team able to get much of anything going, at least early on here in this second half. A lot of soccer left, as you see on the Kurtz Clifton Center scoreboard. About 27 minutes left to go. There's an attack by CPU. He's running loose, gets the ball passed, and just spins wide. Let's see what happened there. Blanchard, he tried to play the ball. He got past him, and the kick just had spin on it, spun. Would not spin into the goal post. Just missed the right side upright there of the net and went over the end line. That's been CPU's best shot at a goal tonight. And you get a bit of bad luck and or spin on the kick. And the Tigers, it remains scoreless. That pass off of Blanchard. Nobody touched it, so it will be a CPU throw-in on the far side. Hoops gets the ball. Tigers now on the attack. That attack thwarted by CPU. There's a ball loose. McFarland had a chance at it. Now he gets it back to Hoops. There is a long way to go, but in case you're wondering, they do play overtime in soccer. We will discuss those rules and how that goes should we get to that point. A lot of soccer left to go here, though. 15 minutes gone by. Out of 40. Just over 25 minutes left to go here in the second half. CPU throws it in. Cleared out by Grinnell, and we have a foul, a whistle on CPU. Coach Curtis Cassidy puts his hands out like, what was that? Didn't see what happened there. Maybe there was a grab or something. Don't know. Hard to see from here. Nonetheless, the call is made. Tigers ball. Pass down there in the corner. Chased down by Grinnell, but a little too far. CPU will play it in. Ball here in the center of the field, chased by a few players from both sides. Keenan has it, pokes it out now to Dalby Albright. He gets it out in the middle to Seek. Seek turns. Over now trying to get it to Hoops. Not there. Kicked away by CPU. Here come the Stormer Pointers on the attack. Tigers having a hurry and retreat. Centering pass knocked away by Torres. Picked up by Gage Pierce, who has a yellow card from the first half. 2 yellow cards in that first half, 1 on each team. And Tigers, or rather CPU, will throw it in. Ball kicked up in the air, trying to get it up there for a header. No good. Trying to hit Isaac Larson. Ball goes across the inline, goal kick for Grinnell. Blanchard do play it in for Grinnell. Now gets it over to his teammate, who will do the honors. Ball just skips past a CPU player, controlled by the Stormer Pointers. They are on the attack. Down in the corner, ball chased down by Pedig, and as a lot of teams do, he just kicks it away so Tigers can set their defense, and CPU will have a throw-in. So CPU now set to play it in. It goes out past the end line. And Tigers will have a goal kick. Blanchard kicks it in there to about the 35, played by Grinnell, now taken back by CPU. And stepping in front is Graff. Now Tigers are on the attack. Graff advancing downfield on the attack. Graff's pass a little too far, trying to hit Dalby Albright. A little too far. Goes across the end line, and CPU now will have a goal kick. We mentioned the wind has picked up. The temperature has also dropped since we got here. And there's a big collision there, and wow. Ball goes past, and no whistle. So we play on. I thought he was coming up there to talk to someone, but are we going to have a corner kick for Grinnell? That's what it looks like, yes. Off at CPU, so Tigers will get a corner kick. Jack Hoops to do the honors. Only the 4th corner kick of the ball game. Hoops plays it in a little too low. Gets past some defenders. Now here comes CPU on the attack. Pettit quickly chases ground. Now Carpenter on the far side on the attack. Torres chasing. Ball shot to goal. Easy scoop up for Blanchard. That just counters a shot on goal. Blanchard with a save, and it'll be a goal kick for Grinnell. Subs coming in now for Grinnell, number 19, Tyler Kostow. Also 11 and 9 for center Point-Urbana. Jensen Thornton and Bradley Jones checking in for the Stormer Pointers. Braden Graff comes out for Grinnell. So it was 65 when we got here about, hour and a half ago, about 4:30-ish. Now it's 52 and feels like 40. With that wind and everything, it's really dropping pretty quick here. Ball headed up. Here comes CPU. On the near side here, to Will Cardo, a sophomore. Cardo hits it off of a Grinnell player, Jack Hoos, but they play on. It stays in. Torres had it for a moment. Now advancing down is Bradley Jones. Jones with a goal shot off the post and up and in. On the rebound, CPU gets the goal. Gage Pierce on the rebound. That shot hit the post. Blanchard did all he could do. And the Stormer Pointers get the goal at the 20-minute mark. Gage Pierce in the second half breaks the tie, and it's 1-0 CPU. Again, nice shot hit right off the left post and stayed in play. I mean, that's just kind of a lucky, not luck. I mean, they had good skill, but just the luck of the bounce. It hit that post. It could go anywhere. Happened to drop right down in front of Pierce, who knocked it in the open net as Blanchard had dove all out to knock the ball down. So 1-0, Stormer Pointers looking to get more. They're on the attack again. Jones tries to get in the center, and that time, kind of a whiff on the kick. Couldn't quite get all on it. Blanchard covers it up and stops that attack. Curtis Cassidy did a lot of subbing there in that first half. Saw a lot of Tiger players with their hands on their hips. Not a lot of players on varsity for Grinnell. There's 3 players dressed on the bench that can come in for Coach Gage Grutz. Whereas CPU, see their bench, they have about 8 or 9. Now we got a Tiger down. Got kicked in the calf. And let's see, now we roll up, and now we're going to check on the Tiger player. Took a kick right to the back of the calf, the lower calf. I think that is Jeff Seek. Yep, one of the co-captains. He trying to run it off, appears to be fine. And Tigers will have a free kick. Anthony Torres, a senior defenseman for Grinnell. Torres boots it down. Knocked down by CPU. Pierce now gets dumped by McFarland. Draws the foul. Oh, they're going to say it's Grinnell on a free kick. Pierce puts his hands like, what did I do? It's universal in sports. Whenever there's a foul call, the player never thinks it's on them. To be honest with you, I didn't see what he did either, but somehow the official saw something that they didn't like. Now a nice move there by Shellhorn, but kicked away by Grinnell. Keenan knocks it out off of, let's see, off of himself. All right, so CP will have the throw in. I thought maybe Pierce had touched it last, but they say nope. Grinnell did. Throw in for CPU. Drake Keenan battling, and it will be a goal kick for Grinnell. Sub coming in now for the Tigers, number 5, Owen Blankenfeld. A freshman checks in, replacing Will Dalby Allright. Blanchard plays it over now to Pedig. Pedig looking it over, is going to give it a boot here in a minute, and actually kind of missed it and lost the ball, so back to Blanchard. He will clear it out. Headed by CPU, taken by the Stormer Pointers. Down here on the near side by Bradley Jones. McFarland just kicks it back to Blanchard. Dangerous as Gage Pierce was zooming in on that, but Blanchard clears it. Now Tigers have it, and they mount their own attack. Seek gets it down out in the corner to Aiden Hoops. Hoops gets it taken away by Dan Greif, a senior defenseman. Off of Hoops, and it will be a CPU throw-in. CPU with the lead 1-0. As about 5 minutes ago at the 20-minute mark, Gage Pierce knocked the ball into the net off a long shot for rebound. Ball hit off the post and bounced right in front of Gage Pierce. He put it in the open net as Bo Blanchard, the Tiger goalkeeper, had committed, dove full out to try to stop the shot, the initial shot. And Pierce simply pushed the ball into the wide open net and the 1-0 lead. Drew Shellhorn now battling with it to get control back. That pass knocked away by Grinnell. Aiden Hoops that time steps in front and knocks it out of bounds. CPU throw in. Got a quick timeout here as a player ties her shoe. And now we are set to go. CPU on the attack. Now chasing down is Bradley Jones in the corner trying to catch up to it. And he does not get there. Had it stopped, but just couldn't get his momentum. Tigers with the throw in. Quickly, they get the ball in. Blankenfeld has it here. Down in the Grinnell end. Blankenfeld spins around and kicks it over to the side, and CP will have it on a throw in. But we have a sub coming in. Jared Bosenberg checking in for CP, replacing number 13, Isaac Larson. Throw in by the CPU. Down in the corner to Pierce. Has the goal. Pierce can control it. Goes across the end line. It'll be a goal kick for Grinnell. "14 minutes left to go here in this match. 1-0 CPU. Again, Storm and Pointers playing their second game of the year. They played Linn-Mar Marion on Monday, lost 1-0 to them. Tigers playing their first official game. They had a jamboree on Monday as well. But this is the Tigers' first official game. You can check out our broadcast schedule for the particular sports that we are covering on our website, tigerslsn.com. You can go there, check out the broadcast schedule. You can also see archived games we've done now. A nice move getting past the center shot, and it just hooks on Pierce. Hit it up. Ball's loose in front and kicked out of there by Pedig. CPU try to control it, and now here come the Tigers. CPU tried to get an attack going, but the wind grabbed that and knocked it away, and Tigers will have it on the throw-in. But not only can you see our schedule on our website, tigerslsn.com, but you have archived broadcasts we've done, plus other information. CPU now gets past a couple defenders and just poked away. Nice job by the defense. Couldn't see if that was Torres or who got a foot in there just to poke that one away as the player was lining up to take a shot. Vast majority of the second half has been played down in the Tiger defensive end in front of goalkeeper Bo Blanchard. Ball now popped up. Still controlled by the Storm and Pointers. Now the Tigers get it. Here comes Drake Keenan. Ahead down to Jeff Seek. Seek with the ball in the middle. Leaves it off for Hoops. The senior co-captain of the other senior co-captain, Hoops, circling out in the middle. Gets it back now to Aiden Hoops, his brother. Aiden boots it up in the air, and it's going to go wide left across the end line. Goal kick for CPU, and sub coming in now for Grinnell, Braden Graff checking back in. He replaces number 5, Owen Blankenfeld. CPU now to play it in. Nope, ball's taken away by Grinnell. There's Seek with the ball out in the middle. It's loose. Hoops turns, gets a shot on it. Gets it past the goalkeeper for a goal. Wow. Tate Kresbach, that ball had to spin. It fooled him, you could tell. He watched it bounce. He thought it was going to go wide, but it spun and just caught the net. So Jack Hoops with the goal at the 29-minute mark. Jack Hoops gets his first official goal of this 2024 season. Subbing for Grinnell, Will Dalby Albright checking in. Replacing number 19, Tyler Kostow. Long ball taken down. Chased down by CPU. Tries to get to it. Avoids a tackle. Back now to Rodenberg. He puts a shot on Blanchard, and it hits the goal and goes in. Blanchard guessed right. He just out of his reach. And that was number 9, Jensen Thornton, it looks like. Got the foot on that. Check that, 14. Jared Bosenberg, number 14. Put a big right foot on it. The ball spun. Blanchard dove out. He guessed right. Just could not reach it. Just caught the left corner and snuck in the net. And 2 goals here within a span of about a minute. At the 30-minute mark. Well, no, it's going to be officially the 29-minute mark. Bosenberg gets a goal, and it's now 2-1. CPU. Foul called on center point. Tigers will get a free kick. Hoops with a long drive down, cleared out by CPU. Controlled by Hoops. Tigers on the attack. Hoops has it out in the middle. Gets it loose, puts a shot up. Nice scoop by Tate Kresbach, the sophomore keeper. Scoops up that shot on goal and puts it into midfield. Brody Pettig has it down. Hoops had it for a moment. Looks like they went off Hoops' face. We play on. Ball popped up in the air. A lot of action here suddenly. And there's a big shoulder. Seek that time. Slams into the CPU player. That is a foul. He knew it. Puts his hand out like, say, sorry about that. Good sportsmanship again. CPU with a free kick. Long drive down on the attack. Hoops tried to stick his leg up backwards to maybe get a piece of it. Was unsuccessful, and CPU now just content to, they'll reset, nursing that 1-goal lead. They lead 2-1. Under 10 minutes left to go here, second half. Ball kept in play by CPU. Torres heads it back, trying to get it back to McFarland. Ball loose. Graff took a shot at it, but booted way out across the field, goes across the sideline. It'll be a CPU throw-in. Now we got a Stormer Pointer player down, and that'll stop the clock. So we'll just keep it here. Looks like he maybe took a knee or a kick to the shin, or maybe just has a cramp. Okay. That is Will Cardo, the sophomore, number 10. As we have said, cramps, while painful, are very rarely serious. Looks like they're trying to get that hamstring or the calf stretched out. A hamstring, the way it looks. We're going to have a sub coming in now for Coach Curtis Cassidy. Coaches from CPU asking the official they can sub in. They can. And we'll see what this discussion is about. Second half started off kind of not a lot of action. CPU did have the 1-0 lead. Or no, they actually, all 3 goals have been in this second half. There was no score. And then at the 20-minute mark, Gage Pierce, the senior, off a rebound, puts the ball in the open net. Jared Bosenberg tried a long shot from the right side. Bo Blanchard dove out to tip it away. He missed it. Ball hit the left side of the goal post. And again, by the bounce, I didn't mean it was lucky for them. It was a good skill, but the ball can bounce any which way. Happened to bounce right down, right in front of Gage Pierce. He put it in the open net, and that gave CPU the 1-0 lead. Then, about 9 minutes later, at the 29-minute mark, Jack Hoops had a nice kick from about the 15-yard line, spun the ball past the goalkeeper, Tate Kresbach. It's good to see Cardo get up on his feet. Again, good sportsmanship that time by Grinnell. Sandquist comes by, gives him a little clap, make sure he's okay. And we're going to make sure everybody's okay. The official is going to check and see. Are we going to sub in? And yes, we are. Okay. So we're allowing both subs in for CPU. All right. So that tied it at 1-1. And then about 30 to 40 seconds later, Jared Bosenberg from the right side spins the ball past Blanchard. Again, Bo guessed right. He dove full out, but the ball spun just past his fingertips. Just caught the net side inside the goal post on the left side and curls in the net. And that's where we sit with CPU with a 2-1 advantage. All right, the head referee winds the clock, and here we go. Tigers have 9 minutes left to get this one squared away. Torres knocks it down. Solid play for Torres, picking up right where he left off last year. They're ahead now to Graff. Graff on the attack. Tries to get it past the CPU defender. Back to Torres. Down to Graff in the corner. He surveys things. Now to Hoops. Jack Hoops, the senior co-captain. Back out to Graff. Graff wrestling with the CPU defender. Gets it for the moment. Tries to get it centered. Ball's kicked up. Knocked down by Grinnell. Hoops now plays it up. Tries to shot up, and there's a big collision. And let's see how they're going to rule that here. I think we're going to get a yellow card. Tiger player jumped up to try to head it. And the head referee stops it. He's going to go talk to the assistant referee on this one. Tate Kresbach is going to make a play, and I'm not sure what the ruling is on that. Again, there was nothing intentional. I think the Tiger player just simply went up to try to head the ball. And they collided with the goalkeeper, knocked him down, and apparently there's no yellow card. So we say play on. Clock is wound. Just over 8 minutes left to go. CPU leading 2-1. High school boys soccer here on the Tiger Sports live stream network on a Friday night. Chris Jr. Dan Walker with you. Good job by Pettig that time. Thought about maybe trying to circle around and put it in play, but Tiger defense is out of position. So he just kicks it away, gives the Tiger defense a chance to reset. Plenty of time left for Grinnell to get something going. Ball back out to the middle. Being chased by Jeff Seek. Here comes Keenan. Keenan giving chase on the near side against Drew Shellhorn. Shellhorn gets it back to Pierce. You check that. Brody Behrens. Behrens over to Greif. Greif down in the corner to Bradley Jones. Ball goes off. Grinnell, we got a sub coming in. They stop play. Grinnell was going to throw it in, but there's a sub coming in for Grinnell. Alejandro Cantillo checks in for number 13, Drake Keenan. For Grinnell and Coach Gage Grutz. Throw in goes off nobody, I guess. Or, yeah, they're going to, CPU going to throw him back there where Grinnell originally threw it in. Not sure what happened there. The wind maybe grabbed it, or a player went one way and the throw-in person thought they were going another way. Either way, CPU gets the ball in the throw-in. Trying to get that extra goal that would really pretty much ice the game for them. As it stands right now, though, 2-1 in favor of CPU. Tigers trying to clear. Clock starting to become the Tigers' enemy as they just over 6 minutes left to go here in the match. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday night, April 2nd. A girl-boy doubleheader starting at 5 o'clock as the Tigers will host West Delaware from Manchester. Long drive for them down here. Almost 2 hours. Way up in northeast Iowa. We'll have that game for you here Tuesday night on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Tigers trying to work it out. Now they're trying to get out ahead. Had it for a moment, but now taken back by CPU. Torres, as he is always, that was checked it. That was Cantillo heading it out of there. A sliding tackle by Graff trying to kick it loose. CPU with a throw in. Graff knocks it down. Took one off the chin, it looked like. But nice play by CPU to get it back in play. Hoops takes it right back. Tigers, clock's trying to become their enemy. Now Graff on the attack. On the near side, Graff going down, and both players take a tumble. And let's see, they do stop play. And is it going to be a free kick, Grinnell? It looks like it is. Okay. Graff thought he was fouled. And Graff has to go down. He was up. They had to go back down to one knee here. So we're going to stop the clock. He might have a cramp all of a sudden here. Kind of what it looks like. One of the Tiger assistant coaches down there talking to Braden Graff, a senior midfielder for Grinnell. So they sub in. 19 checks in. Tyler Kostow checks in for Graff, and here we go. Hoops kicks it up and in and over everybody. Hoops puts his head in his hands. Tigers had an opportunity there, but just kicked it over everybody. And CPU will get it on the goal kick. Subs in for both teams again. Checking in Alan Rodriguez for Grinnell, replacing Will Dalby Albright. So CPU here trying to hang on. 4.5 minutes left to go, as you see on our Curse Collision Center scoreboard. Ball goes off. Off of CPU into the Grinnell bench. And Tigers throw it in, but taken back by CPU. Jensen Thornton now giving chase on the far side. Brady Pettig watches it go out of bounds. And Tigers will play it on the throw-in. 4 minutes left to go here in this second half. Tigers down 2-1. Again, that kick, not sure what happened there. If the wind grabbed it or just a miscommunication. But the kick goes out of bounds, and CPU will have it on the throw-in. There is no 5-second call in soccer on throw-ins like there is in basketball. I mean, you can't stand there and just hang on to the ball, but they don't sit there and have a 5-second count either. Again, a judgment call by the officials as to whether or not they think you're trying to stall or if you're just looking for somebody to throw it to. CPU gets it off of Grinnell on the throw-in down in the Tiger end. Stormer Pointers on the attack. Ball loose. Hoops has it, tries to drop a kick off to McFarland, but taken back by CPU, not taken back by McFarland, or rather by Hoops. Centering pass knocked away. Tigers play it up and over now on the near side to Kostow. Kostow back down to Cantillo. And ball out in the midfield. Tigers starting to run out of time here. 2:50 left to go. Gotta figure out a way to get the ball out of their end. CPU perfectly happy to bounce it around down here. Thought the Stormer Pointers had an attack there. Bosenberg trying to get it loose, but being chased down by Cantillo. He drops a kick back and keeps it in. Tigers played in. Quickly back in his CPU. McFarland gets it past, and here comes Torres with it. Torres with a nice long boot down, but kicked right back in by CPU by Casey Kurtz. Ball headed up by Grinnell. And again, as we've said, clock is the Tigers' main nemesis right now. Ooh, ball gets loose for just a moment, but Tigers get it cleared. Still cannot get it out of their end. CPU now down in the Tiger end on the attack. They move it back out. They will be happy to reset it. Ball comes across for CPU. Coming down and Hoops has it. See if the Tigers can get something going here. A minute 40 left to go, as you see on the Curse Collision Center scoreboard. Ahead now to Seek. Tigers maybe their last shot at it. Pass down in. Giving chases Rodriguez. Can't get to it. And Kresbach scoops it up, and that stops that Tiger attack. Kresbach boots it way up in the air out to midfield. Torres heads it back in. Now down to Cantillo. Right here on the near side. Cantillo ahead to Seek. Seek at the 40. Out in the middle now, trying to get it to Castro. Gets past Castro, now over to Hoops. Hoops had it for a moment, now ball's loose, taken back by CPU. Under a minute left to go here. Tigers trail 2-1. Long pass down, Torres has it. Maybe time for one last attack run for the Tigers. 45 seconds left, as you see on the Curse Collision Center scoreboard. CPU, though, pokes it away. Tigers take it back. Tigers got to go. People yelling, coaches Gage Grutz yelling to go. There's a long kick down. Missed by that. Headed attempt by CPU. Was loose for a moment. Headed back in by Grinnell. Cantillo trying to give chase. 20 seconds left. Goes out of bounds. Quickly get the ball. Tigers have a throw in. This is it. 20 seconds. Throw in quickly. Stepped in front. Knocked loose by CPU. We got to get the ball. The ball went way underneath the fence. Here comes the ball back out. 10 seconds left. We're counting it down on the PA. 2-1, and that will do it. That is it. CPU comes away with a win. All 3 goals in the second half, and they defeat Grinnell 2-1 here tonight at TT Crandon Field. That'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Remember, our next broadcast is Tuesday, April 2nd, a girl-boy doubleheader as the Tigers host West Delaware from TT Crandon Field. For Dan Walker, I'm Chris Juni saying good night, everybody, on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network is a violation of the law.